Hey, and we're back. Sorry, just had to step out. I know if you look at the time, well, it's a different day. I noticed the previous video I had a different setting. I kind of just ran with my recording. It was actually the 22nd when I recorded it. So you'll see in the video I was actually talking about the 22nd, but now you see it's the 23rd. So this I'm updating in real time to show you guys where I'm at. I'm not really counting it is the actual updates here. I'm a little bit, actually I should. So let's actually, but I really wanted to talk more about the inbox dollars here. But let's just throw it all in because that's kind of how I want it to be. So let's continue. And again, this timing might be a little bit sloppy, but it is a blind challenge run. We will still get to our $1,000,000, hopefully within 24 months. So let's keep going. So it's no longer the 4th here, so I'm just going to remove the... No, I'll worry about that later. It's now the 23rd, and if you notice, I'm really trying to make more of a commitment to at least try to spend some time on it, and I know we did some inbox dollar scouting, half. Better than nothing, but I really took time off. It's not even time off. It's just when I do this, it's my spare time. It's not a nice little project. So I don't know. Watch the football. It was fun. I ain't gonna dive too much into that. I want to just keep going here. So like I said, we haven't done any real actions here for us to earn any additional money. So yeah, I'm just gonna copy paste this. And we're still at $6, I believe. Yep. And change to be determined. Time hours. Well, I spent 45 minutes, so it was 0.75. And I believe that is correct. D5, D6. Yeah, that number's not right, but I'll figure that out later in patch notes. Don't worry about it. It's just me telling myself that, and we are starting at $6 today because that's all we have. And again, total time I spent is 5.6 hours. This is still counting the scouting strategy and more some of the boring stuff that hopefully you guys don't really need to bother with if you are traveling on this journey with me, so to speak. I figure you guys might be doing better, but better. I don't know. I figure it's just better for us to take some action. So, still continuing from where we left off, we were talking about inbox dollars, and I was pretty much enjoying actually the PayPal search. The scratch and win when you get 4 qualified. So that was kind of the big thing I really wanted to unlock, because you could win up to $10, $25, and $100. So I might probably start considering just standard using my searches here because this does point to Bing, and if I'm just going to take advantage of whatever I'm normally going to do, I'm not really expending any additional energy, so that I'm pretty much free rolling my time, So again, when I think about like thought put and all that fun jazz, and if you're unfamiliar with thought put is, I don't think I can put it in layman's terms because I don't think I could even try to describe it because I get the concept, but I don't think I'm good enough to actually, not good enough. I don't think I can actually convey the meaning correctly enough. But it's weird. It's how I like to convert or think about thought foot is just more of a quantified energy of your thought. If I could try to take actually a minute to think about it, but that's besides the point. I really just wanted to talk more about the value of these. It's just we're pretty much free rolling, pretty much free raffle, scratch and win here. So if inbox dollars is just giving us a reason to search and they'll just give us random money, I'm all for it, man. Um, might as well start finding ways to make that money and see if we can make it grow. So I think this is probably just more passive when I think about it. So again, when I think about our day-to-day strategies or whatever, like this might be a passive thing of just searching that, like I'm not going out of my way. So but we'll see how much I make and whatnot here. If you're searching naturally, you're more likely to win if you're searching naturally, not just make up searches. Please keep in mind you'll be limited on your win if you hit maximum searches, which can vary day over day. Okay. That's good to know. So that is a pretty nifty feature, I will admit. And we already went to search here. And don't want to go down the rabbit hole too much here. But you'll see my notification tells me what's worth it. And we can kind of see a survey here. It takes about 3 minutes. Complete these activities by January 26th. We got 3 days, earned 50 cents. Add to browser, I'm not doing that. Confirm fate, no. Learn more about, no. View shopping deal, no. Take a profile survey, no. Not right now. If we get to it by the 26th, then yes, but let's keep going. It did say earn 50 cents in 3 minutes. So again, if we want to talk about our dollar per hour conversion here, and it's good just to have this little, what's it, our time value of money little thing here as a quick reminder if it's something that's worth our time, or at least that's what I like to think about, is like surveys. We have this little formula here. We can earn, well, 50, this is essentially 50 cents, right? So let's just say 50 swag bucks, or let's just say slash credits, yeah. 50 swag bucks takes, what, 3 minutes, right? Effectively making 10 bucks an hour to fill out a survey. All right, so that's good to know. So for something that pops up like this is when I think of baselines for surveys for a site as well. Is like, this is actually pretty good. Like, if I were to just to not too much think about anything and just wanted to say, hey, I have 3 minutes worth of my time, it's worth 50 cents. I'll effectively make it $10 an hour. Again, when it comes to all the other offers here, I'm going to say, like, I got to mention here, survey. This is more offers at this point, and I probably want to categorize this as something different. So let's just do survey baselines. So this is where we added like another dimension in real time that I think might be worth our while. So let's just stick with this for now. Company, and this is probably not going to be company anymore. This is just going to be site, survey, and then time, earn, no, let's just say earn, and then time. And I think I don't want to go through the whole database and whatnot, but essentially probably will. Not right now, though. That'll probably be its own video. But essentially, maybe it's part of this one, actually. I really just want to focus here. Let's think what is the best course of action. I don't want to get too far down the path, but this is worth noting. So let's just do inbox dollars. Survey. Don't know. Let's just say. It's just, I mean, these are pretty much rules of thumbs here. Like survey 1, I don't know, X. It's hard for me to, I don't want to put like a number here. Like it's something here, but like I really just want to get a baseline of how frequent and how worth these are properly calculated. Because, like I said, if we're about to do surveys, I just want to make sure the formula is actually correct. So we already have site credits. That's not that. We're going to delete. Let's do dollars. We already have the earned. That's the same thing here. Time, estimated minutes. And then actual, that's the big one. Hours. Oops. Lag time. There's no lag time here. I'm not worried about that. Most of these, I'm imagining you're going to get paid right away, so lag time is not a factor. We're going to pay attention here. And we're going to press delete. No. Get a little bit ahead of myself. Move you over here. Did not mean to do that. Okay. So this will be a little bit refined, but essentially all I want to get at is this. whatever this all is, I want it to translate verbatim, so I'm going to press copy. And let's hope this pays off. Let's check out the data here. Dollars, 70 days, doesn't exist. Estimated dollars per hour. That's correct. No, I don't know what that one is. But whatever. That'll be worked out later. But essentially, it's just a quick and dirty version of getting this just more fluid, I guess. Sorry. I'm trying to think about updating that, converting this into something that I want to track on a deeper level. So like I want to have like 5, like let's just say like get 10 of these in theory, and then I want to get 10 like that, Survey Junkie ones that come. And I don't know how many survey ones that are going to exist, but if we have a good baseline of like how much, and probably a good strategy for this now that I think about it is, if we're going to go to do surveys, like how much, like what, let's like say what's the baseline here? What's the baseline of worth, if that makes any sense? So is it like $10 an hour, $10 an hour, 20? If we establish that, then we can at least save some sanity, and then we can kind of rank, like prioritize like what we want to do as part of our, I want to say our equation, but kind of our action equation. Because this is going to compete. Like time here is going to compete, and this is a self note for myself, with any other activity. Because I don't want to be doing surveys the whole time. But if it's worth our while when I'm not playing games, you bet your ass I'm going to do it. And it's going to be hard for me to measure which ones. I'd rather just, like I said, it doesn't make much sense for me to show, like, hey, which ones I, like, how much like what surveys I did. Like, this is just mainly for scouting. Again, so this is for scouting purposes. When I actually take the surveys, I should say, it'll be relative to kind of our research, and then we'll have real numbers. So that's key. So moving on, I know I rambled on a little bit about our survey strategy, but I think that's pretty important though, because at least we have we have one here as a baseline, or at least we figured it was $10 an hour with our other equation. So we can kind of just eyeball it for now. Let's do this. So they have videos too. Let's see. I know the other one I think has videos, but your content separate in a window. Make sure pop-ups are enabled. Let's see. Breaking news, lifestyle. I just don't want like 2 cents, 4 clicks, like anything a penny. Like how much time would a penny be worth to you if we were to equate that to an hour? So if it took like 1 cent. All right, to make a penny. And this is already way too much, I believe. Like content loading, this is not worth that penny. Fun little fact, how much is your time if you're making a penny a second? Let's just actually set a baseline here. Random baseline. So if we were to make, what is this? 1 penny a second, right? 1 penny a second. How many pennies per hour? I guess how many seconds in an hour, but I want to turn those pennies into actually dollar bills, Let's just start with pennies. Or how many seconds are in an hour? So, 60 minutes or 60 seconds in a minute? 1 minute, 1 minute, 60 seconds, and then 60 minutes. Or 60 seconds per minute, so that equals that. Multiply that by that. Multiply that by that 1, and we got 3,600. So effectively, there's 3,600 Oh yeah, was it pennies per hour or seconds, whatever you want to convert it. Pennies a second in this case. So that's also $36 an hour. So that is assuming right here we're making a penny a second. We're about to break the matrix here. So these videos alone, 2 seconds. We're going to test it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Discover contents. Once you have viewed 11 pages, look, look, that's 10, 15 seconds here. I have to go through all that to watch a damn video. 15 seconds. So you know how many pennies that is? Let's just kind of do this. We're getting 1 penny a second. We're going backwards. We want to make more pennies a second in theory, right? If we're going up like pennies, and then let's just move this around. Let's just make more sense of this in case. Pennies, minutes, seconds, minutes, and then this is hour. Oh yeah, this is more of a pennies per hour. But essentially, if we're making what, 1 penny per second, we update this to, it's backwards because now it's going to be seconds per penny. This is even worse, like 15 seconds. And I'm spending like a minute even going through this. So again, I know it's taking more time and energy, but I think if we just nip this in the bud logically, it will save us hours in the future. That's how I like to think about it. So 15 seconds. Just for one example here, to make 2 cents. Or let's just say 15 seconds to make one of these in average. And this seems like to be the baseline just for anything, for any internet to work here, to go through the whole process. And this seems like its best case scenario. So this is going to be our new baseline. 50 seconds per penny. That's brutal. That's essentially how many I guess how long would it take for us to make a penny? That's actually the correct question here. 15 seconds per penny, or I think 4 pennies a minute. Which means we're making 4 pennies a minute. How many minutes are in an hour here? 60, right? So we got 4 pennies. Now it's like 4 pennies per minute. So now we're making 240 pennies an hour. So let's do 4. And this is the 60 minutes in the hour per hour. Oops, times are 4 pennies that are made each minute. So we're essentially making 240 pennies per hour. Also just $2.40, more or less. So there's a big difference in just solving this little equation right here, despite us taking the extra time to do it. But I do think just that alone, these videos are not worth it. So I'm going to add that to my scouting strategy as well. Or like my notes, I should say. Inbox hours, and then this is like below avoid videos. Sorry, fam. Sorry, inbox dollars. Everything else is looking on point, but this video tab, no bueno. Receipts, that's a function that we talked about that could be worthwhile. So I'm not gonna I don't know, what is it? Beat a dead horse. Let's see. Earn, whatever. 10 was redeemed. Plus 1 cents every 2 counts. You print. Print, huh? Okay. So if I actually print a coupon, that's not bad. Clip, print, and earn. Well, it's 10 ready for every 1 of every 2 coins you print. So that's interesting. Now, I do think this might be worthwhile if you are kind of already know what you're doing. Like, Like I think this is kind of they have the right idea for the coupons here. I like this concept. I don't know if I look too much into the other initial site. I don't want to say swag bucks. Yeah, it is swag bucks. Sorry, I'm losing track of time. Clearly, it's pretty early or late for me. But um, I think this does have a lot of potential. I just think if they fleshed out the categories wholeheartedly here, this could probably see a lot more success because this needs a lot more love, like food, healthcare, like why not like household appliance. I don't know. It just feels like this could be have a lot to be left desired, I guess. But there's a lot of potential here, so that's worth noting as well. Searches, and I probably put coupons beneath this for now in order. Offers banking surveys, and again, surveys seems to be pretty active here. Like I think we're still correct in our order of focus. Refer friends, we don't count that in this case. So let's see what else. Games. This game. Videos are faster. Watch celebrity. And again, that's not. I don't think this is gonna be our game plan here. I'd rather be playing games than watching something. Like the games, I feel like we're making a lot more an hour, literally, like than 260 watching a damn video. Pyramid Solitaire. I don't know. Would you be making money by playing these games? So let's learn here. So we'll probably have to get through an ad. It makes sense. Oh, this is an ad within the game itself. Whack. The dangers of doing that. Maximize your score. So I'm not gonna play this game. So I'd rather play the games that give me money that also look a lot cooler and that are more mobile. Bingo, request payment. Okay, so there's just other things here that doesn't seem to be too crazy here. So yeah, that's it for inbox dollars overall. And I apologize for if you notice the video quality and the timing has changed within this whole thing and the dates. That's because I really want to try to just show you guys at least. Let me show you guys at least active energy that I'm like the time value of energy, I guess, of some point of me trying to do the scouting and do all this, at least on behalf of you guys, if you're following. Again, you guys can always just follow through all these strategies. You don't have to listen to the logic or anything. Just want to piece everything together because, like I said, going from 0 to 1 million, I do think it's possible. I just part of me thinks this might be a little bit ambitious, but part of me also thinks it's not ambitious enough, and that's kind of weird. So let's just see where we end up. We're only in, let's see here, as of the end of this video. Oops. Let's see. We are, and you guys, you can see our little compendium has been growing a little bit more and more, but that's kind of the point. Because once you get through our scouting, I think the fun stuff's going to begin. So, so far, I think I'll add this together, but I think it was 0.75, and so far today, I've talked about, I think, at least a half an hour. So this will be updated. I'll review that over the next video, but yeah, I think we are in a good spot. So until next time, I think the next video we'll discuss, actually we'll continue our discussion of, let's see, Survey Junkie. So that's what I'm actually looking forward to because I was pretty impressed with what Inbox Dollars had to offer. Just doing the initial scouting and kind of just quantifying what it all is. I still have to scout the other two as well. Survey Junkie and branded surveys. Maybe this all might be just done in one whole long video. I don't know. I'm just going to keep recording anyway, but I just figured I'm just going to pause right now and then I can just have a little bit of orange Fanta because it's been my jam. Yeah, so let me just take a little. They get compressed correct now. My mechanics, my Game mechanics. Oh, I pressed the damn wrong button. Son of a bitch. Alright, I gotta stop recording. I'm gonna split this next episode. At least I can catch a save point. We can use arithmetic and work our way back. Till next time, bye-bye. Hey guys, welcome back. We're continuing our $0 to $1 million challenge blind run. I might sound a little bit tired, but this is the jack of some trades. I know $0 to $1 million might be small potatoes to some of you, and for me, I don't know. Let's just see. I just want to see where we end up going. So we're continuing. This is more or less day 4. Just kidding, not day 4 at all. Clearly, it's still pretty early. I'm trying to just use my insomnia energy. I don't know if there's the right coin or right term to coin, I guess. But we're just continuing right where we left off. Generally, again, if you want to listen or kind of get up to dates with the patch notes, which is just how I've just kind of how I'm figuring all this stuff out in real time and just the changes made on the day-to-day stuff. Well, it's all here. But I generally stream that. Well, I'm starting to stream that, so hopefully by the time I upload all these, I'm doing this all in patches, I'll have more of a flow. So fingers crossed, but today we are talking about, and I should start this, and we have to skip this because if you saw last video, I accidentally pressed the wrong button. So we're going to continue from where we left off. So we finished inbox dollar, so we are starting Survey Junkie. We also reviewed briefly, or we did scouting, I should say. I don't want to say review. Scouting review is more or less the same because I want to say scouting is more so just review, but with action, you know. Actually, it is. It actually makes perfect sense. Now that I'm letting that settle in, I figured I let my stream of conscious figure the words, and now that I let it settle in, it makes perfect sense actually to me. So, so moving on with Survey Junkie. Out of the gate, this is actually looking pretty. Well, I don't want to do compare. I'm not trying to compare. This was just still pulled up from the previous tab. So let's just move this on the right side and kind of give it its own love, you know. So out of the gate, this looks pretty overwhelming. I have to complete a general profile to unblock. So that's what I'm going to do. I just realized I read it up here. So even if I'm just like wandering my eyes, there's nothing that really even leads me to be like, I'm drawn here, you know, that I actually want to do. However, since this is a survey site, like when I say survey site, I mean, it's not to the same like depth of inbox dollar. So I'm expecting Survey Junkie to have something that has more of a zhuzh, so to speak. So I'm gonna fill out this survey, and we'll see where we end up. It does say 3 minutes, so maybe there's something we'll test in real time. This is something went wrong. So why does this honey thing this doesn't make any sense? I'm just gonna remove you. You don't exist anymore. You're gone. I have to log back in. So, all right, so let me log back in. All right, so my email is confirmed. Oh, look at that, earned 25 points out of the gate. So we're going to take the survey. It says we're at 2:30 right now. It says it's going to be about 3 minutes, so let's just start. All right, we are back. That took 2 minutes, about 2 minutes, and I actually had to think a little bit more about that. So when you answer, I answered honestly on some of mine. So I guess if we are filling out surveys, we want to answer these honestly because they are paying us money. So if you, I think a couple of questions are like, what is your job or whatever, like whatever you aim to do, just answer wholeheartedly. If you have more ambitions or whatever, I don't know, speak to that, I guess. Whatever, I don't know that. I don't know. But point being is it took 2 minutes. And this is actually an interesting one because we can just kind of run that through a full, well, let's just kind of run it through our whole plan, actually, of offers. We had survey baselines, and we did have Survey Junkie. We just did one profile. I made, what, 50 cents? 0.50. That took, it said estimated time 3 minutes. It actually took 2 hours. I'm not gonna acknowledge that for now. Will once it becomes viable, but it's not, so I'm gonna hide these columns. Oops, my bad. An estimated dollars per hour. So this is from previous videos, so I'm gonna just move all this over here. And if you're wondering why I just wrote random nonsense in, generally I just want to figure stuff out, and then in hindsight and patch notes, I just go back and kind of beautify it and just kind of move things accordingly. It'd be a shame to kind of lose kind of the thought process and kind of how we figure things out. Regardless of how we get there, it's just, I just want to try to make more sense of it. So profile, we made $0.5, 3 minutes. It actually took 2. So this is going to be interesting because we can do, I think this is the one I definitely wanted to start including, was the actual dollars per hour. Oops. Is that we can finally have a comparison number because we're just doing it in real time. So this is cool. So let me just do this estimated dollars per hour. Yeah, so I'm actually going to do this. It took 2 minutes. And this one equals estimated hours. It's just, yeah. It's just going to be estimated time per hour is 0.05. That is going to be correct because we have the minutes, 60 minutes in an hour, and then it actually took 2. So I actually like this. Oh, sorry, this is for the Survey Junkie, but I'm just using these numbers as a baseline. So actuals 2 hours, but it's this. So and I want to not use all these 3s. I just want to kind of keep apples to apples here, 0.03. So again, that's a big difference because once we start converting this, and I'm going to move it all over here, profile, completion, make this black, okay. Oops. So our estimated time per hour here is going to be equals, I mean, the formulas here, I just want to make sure the dots are connected. So C10 and B10, actually. This would be the minutes. It's dollars per hour, and then what is this going to be? Wait a minute, this is the dollars, my bad. That's going to be the dollars per hour because this is going to be minutes. So that's going to be the, oops. Yeah, because we're going to do the minutes it took for the hour. Boom. Pow. And, oops, daisy. It's going to be, what? I know it's 3, but I wanted to say it's going to be D2. That's what it was supposed to be. And you can ignore all the div zeros here. It's just mainly used as a baseline until we fill in the blanks later, so don't judge me too harshly. And then we're going to see if this one works. So this is not correct. We're going to keep the D2 here, C2. So when I drag it over, it's going to move over to D2, and that's not what I want. I want to keep the dollars the same. So what I'm going to do, as opposed to what I'm do is D2 is going to be C2. Boom. So check it out. We got 2, 3, and this, our E2 is going to be the minutes, the actual dollars per hour. Actual dollars per hour is 15. So look at this. This is now turning into a strategy. starting to turn into realization in dollars per hour. And obviously we actually made what 50 cents out of doing this. So let me just do this. I mean, we made 50 cents, but that decision alone just kind of gives us a baseline of like saying, hey, even though it took 3 minutes over time, we were still making 15. Well, we made $15 an hour effectively, because this is the actual or effective. Don't want to say actual / effective because that's the time we've really done. So I'll keep it actual, but just keep note it's more or less effective. Actually, I might as well just write the note. More or less effective. Because, I mean, effective is really what is counted, more or less. I know it's kind of a hard thing for me to complete or say, but or define it, I should say, at the moment. But still, this might be a better one too. Difference. So this is probably going to be like, I will actually, I don't want to go down too down the rabbit hole when I add another column here, because I do think measuring the difference is big, but I don't want to get caught up into it yet. Like difference is, like when I mentioned difference, this is like more in the realm of like optimization, and that's kind of going down the rabbit hole of a survey strategy, like specifically, which might be viable for Survey Junkie here, because if they tell us, oh, 4 hours most rotary credit, $2, it's a first day frenzy, at least 2 surveys, okay. Next 24 hours to receive 2 bonus points on top of your earnings, okay. So we're almost done with our scouting, so we might be able to get to it today or tomorrow, well, whatever is more feasible. So we'll look out. We made our 50. How it works here. Heads up. Before reading my punch, you must verify your identity. So we're gonna do that. I think we did that before. Now get exclusive surveys. So this is what you get 100 points. Surf the web. Get earned rewards. Now I don't like having like this. Just seems too much to surf the web and then be tracked for 30 days when really. I don't know, because I already have my search activity done from the other site, inbox dollars, at least from what I saw. So this doesn't seem like it's worth it to me. So I'm just gonna hit that. No, I'm just gonna say cancel. Nope. Don't care about being an influencer. I care about 0 to 1 million right now. So survey medley. I love actually how they phrase that. 11 questions, 3 minutes. So we can more or less just kind of just start getting a couple baselines now that we're actually in Survey Junkie. I want to try to find a better way to move this stuff and show you. Better calculating. Oops. Let's just kind of work our way here, one step at a time. They need a better mobile interface too, Survey Junkie. I'm not a big fan of what I'm seeing, even on the mobile. Like if I'm mobile or whatnot, and I'm trying to squeeze my like my screen size, it's not really mobile friendly. But if you're just focused on I would imagine if they are focused on just having people sitting on a desktop, which if I am, I probably would. But again, if I were going to do that, I would not want to be on my desktop. I'll probably be on a laptop doing this. That's probably worth noting for my strategy if I were to do Survey Junkie. But so we're just going to do X, X, X. I mean, essentially all these we don't know yet. I mean, these are just random. We don't know what they are. They have numbers, but I'm not going to go over the numbers. I just want the gist. So here's something. 90 points. That's just essentially 90 cents. So let's just do 0.9. I mean, I could do the conversion right now, but yeah, 0.9, 25 cents, 0.25. I wonder if they have a way to actually browse the surveys instead of just blindly going down and having them pop up. So like, what's it, 30 minutes for 90, 22, 22, 22. Quick start checklist. Let's get started, actually. All right, fuck it. We're here. Next. Yeah, sure. Yep. Your surveys, I hear you. Yep. Gift cards. My points. Drop down menu. Yep. Don't forget we're here to help. Yep, got it, thanks. Alright, so they kept giving me... So I see what they're doing. They're kind of like luring us in. I don't say luring us in, but the more we kind of fill out, they'll unlock higher payer surveys. So this is pretty interesting. It is a pretty good... I'm assuming here this is a pretty good baseline on them actually getting you not just higher surveys, but like higher quality surveys and like higher, I was like higher value, I guess. I don't know. So survey medley. So I'm pretty sure like when I fill out most of this, it's just going to keep filling out. Like it's going to keep giving me people that want me to answer more questions. So this is, I feel like it's going to be more of a rabbit hole type thing. But I do think from how I'm seeing this, you'll probably be making more over time. So if there is a strategy for surveys, min-max obviously, but honestly, I think it's just kind of more you fill out, just measure. I mean, more you fill out gives you more opportunities. Opportunities for money. For money. So that inherently has value of its own, likely best suited. I know this is more for Survey Junkie, but the strategy's the same. But let's just say Survey Junkie. Likely best suited. I mean, it's still min-max, but whatever. But overall strategy. I mean, it seems like I'm just gonna do these surveys, like surveys to be done on my laptop during football. That's the honest truth. If I do any of the surveys, I just will make note. Like after the scouting, all the ones that I'll keep track of, I just want to look at the estimated times and be like, it's going to be this, and then that's how much it's going to pay. Now it'd be nice if it was more intuitive, like it would tell you ahead of time, like or if there was like something that's actionable, like hey, here's points per hour or something like that, or points per minute. Obviously they do give you some runaway. I don't know what the hell's going on here. But okay, so they're gonna keep wanting me to do this stuff, but I'm just gonna, just do whatever here. Let's skip it for now. But it does seem like there is a decent amount of opportunity here, for at least strategy-wise. Like survey, 35 cents for 10 minutes, 55 points or 55 cents for 10 minutes. So it looks like you're not getting paid too much here, but again, I think over time, if we just fill out more of these, there will probably be opportunities that will come along. So I will say overall strat is that like surveys to be done, and then it's going to be highly focused on probably curation. If I had to guess. So that's kind of like, I want to say a blessing, more or less, is like our buy-in is just kind of filling these out, like these initial ones early on. I would imagine like, what's it, 3 minutes to fill out these surveys, 9 cents. But I think ultimately it may pay out longer over time. Like I know maybe like a $2 or $3 or $4 an hour activity thing. So that's why I'm probably putting this on the lower end of like orders and how I want to use it, because we have other things we can focus on, but that have higher value based on how we're scouting it out, or based how I'm scouting it out. If we're going to be like, I know it's the $10, $15 an hour range for that first one we did, but like if we did 25 points, or even if we did the 90-cent one, let's just do the 9 one. For 3 minutes? $1.80 an hour. Here, I can start filling some of these out too. Like for 70. And 70 points you see over there, and this is going to be 22 minutes. 191. 80 for 20. 0.8 for 20. 240. So you can kind of start seeing a pattern here. Like, while this first $10 to $15 was enticing, we really have to start holding to like the estimated time to actual time here. And the difference is kind of like when we start the difference here is going to be, this will matter whenever this becomes a problem. Becomes a problem, and we can make more money not doing this. Let's just after a certain point. And you might be thinking like, what? Like, why should I not be focused on making every single dollar, possible? Well, again, I want to just keep mentioning the time value of money is the key, like, because, we can make the money regardless. It seems like the more we keep building it out. So in my head, I just keep saying, like, if we just build out the foundation, we understand the logic, it just, we just got to believe that we just run with it, and then we could just measure that progress, the measuring stick. And that's all we got to do, man. Just keep measuring progress. Just explain it, our logic, and just build it and iterate. That's all we can do. And if we keep with our guide and focus, that's all we can do. So I think we have enough scouting for Survey Junkie. I'm gonna call that, at least for Survey Junkie. And we're gonna do branded surveys next. At least we're gonna have a decent comparison of, like, say, survey for survey, because I do like, I don't want to go to Inbox Dollars and say, let's just look at surveys and compare dollar for dollar. Like, I just don't, like, we did our 15-cent thing, 3 minutes. I don't want to get out of that. But if we just, we got to fill out our list too for surveys overall. So there is kind of a buy-in for us to get to that, I suppose. But yeah, it's already a little bit more convoluted. I will say I appreciate Survey Junkies just straight to the point surveys of that niche, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. So next video, we're going to actually about to start, right? We're going to actually roll into it. So it's going to be a weird edit, but I'm not going to pause here. So we are done with the Survey Junkie scouting / review. I don't even know why I keep saying review, but we're more or less scouting because we're coming up with a game plan and how we're going to handle this. So thank you very much. I'm just going to roll into branded surveys, right? In about, I know the timing's way off now, so I'm actually going to give it 25 more seconds. So at the 25-minute mark, we're just going to roll through, and I'm just going to hit that one button, and then we're going to keep going. Or at least if I press one, it keeps going. So, appreciate if you guys are, I should appreciate you guys listening up to this point. We still got a long ways to go, but we're just going to continue, right about now. So at the 25-minute mark, we are starting, or at least 25-minute mark that we're trying to continue from, based off of our previous video of Survey Junkie. I am the Jack of some trades. You can call me Jack, Jost. I don't know. I'm tired. It's 3:14. I'm getting to the point where I'm tired, which is perfect because it just means I'm actually using my energy. Maybe not the most efficiently, because this $0 to $1 million blind challenge run is. I think we're coming up with some good stuff. We haven't made too much progress in the sense of money because I haven't actually quantified it yet because we're day 5 and we did some activities. So this is not realized yet. I might have to review it in the next video, but I have enough energy to go over branded survey scouting, and then we will talk about M-Turk as well, but that's its own video because it's different than the survey sites and everything else we've discussed. So we are rounding out these top survey sites and free money sites that we initially planned on doing and talk about. Pardon that's the stutter, but based on our initial insights and reviews, we've kind of already decided we're going to do the top 4 and then M-Turk. So we found some other opportunities as well, just kind of browsing this. So even kind of just being curious and looking around, we're able to find more opportunities to make money without us super realizing it. So the internet's pretty cool in that aspect. That said, let's talk branded surveys. So yeah, first impressions from my initial scouting. The initial scouting, I should say, is that I do like the layout overall. I know I'm tired, so don't kill me for not sounding like I'm as enthusiastic, but it is a little bit tired. I'm getting a little bit tired. So, do you intend to celebrate Valentine's Day this year? Yeah, I do. Just so you guys know, that is the truth. So, is that it? Did I get 5 points? I have 50 points right now. 50 until I get payoff. My points. So you track your redeemable points here. Track your earnings, report an issue. Cool. Pretty simple, easy to read. I don't have any things. I don't have any negative things to say about how I'm browsing the site. Pretty fluid. 55 minutes, 53 minutes, 54. This is nifty. At least it's gonna keep telling you what it prefers, and it kind of gives you a good idea of like what you want out of the gate. So branded delete. What's this? Bonus points, successful taken service, collect your bonus, see your ranking. So I do think there's some value in this, especially if, I think I mentioned this before, if brands are willing to pay us money, especially if it's for things that we kind of need or want, versus kind of just blaring it in your face as an ad. I'm all for it. So, yeah, verified that. So let's look at the dashboard. So we have 50 points, 5 minutes, 50 points, 53. So we're going to just use these 3 as baselines for our new, I'll say formula or database or whatever you want to call it that we're building. So we have Survey Junkies, and then we have branded surveys. So we're gonna do Y. We're just gonna use these 3 just to get some quick baselines, because the site does look pretty straightforward to use. It is mobile friendly, so I will give it pretty, well, like a pretty good nod. Which of the following would you make most likely refer to friends or family to bonus surveys? I don't know. I entry into sweepstakes. I don't know any of these, so let's just see what else they have here. And I know I keep moving this thing around. I promise it will be a little bit better. Let's see here. So my points, my payouts, we already did this. I'll make this wider. Branded elite, take surveys throughout the month. Badge levels, unlock access to bonus points for your weekly survey completions. I'm not trying to go out of my way to gamify all out of this. I know I kind of lost my eyes on the prize here, so let me go back to my dashboard. So we have 50, 50, 55, 50. So let me just go back. I have the invite friends, but we're not doing that. We're just kind of using the money that companies are giving us as a way to generate other ways for us to invest and reinvest. At least that's the game plan. So we have, let's see, they have 50 points, 50 points, 50 points. So is it 5, 3, 4? Let's see. So these surveys out of the gate pay a lot more comparatively to, now I'm going to make this a little bit easier to read, to branded surveys. But again, this one I'm anticipating you get paid a lot more the more you do it. So that's worth noting. Again, based on the survey length in here, this is probably going to be similar to Survey Junkie, but if I had to guess which one I want to start focusing on first, if I want to get, just focus on it, I don't know, I think the branded surveys might have a slight edge just out of the gate, because it just seems pretty simple. I mean, let's say pretty simple, but it's just, I don't know, I find it more aesthetically pleasing. It seems like it's 12 surveys a week, 10. I mean, they have a simple system. I don't know where they talk about like sweepstakes and whatnot, but what do not sell my information. You have that'd be nice if you're in California, you can opt out, but let's see. Yeah. Because look, I don't mind, like, most of this information that they're going to use, it's going to be helping me, in theory, curate my online experience. So if we want to be true to this and we're going to find things and offers, this, I think, and for me, is great to have, because if we're curious, we unlock new opportunities. Like, literally just going through this, we found other ways to make money so far. So let's see, leaderboard. I don't know what this leaderboard thing is here, but feel free to check out the whole site while we're at it. Winner circle, top leaders will check under the winner. Okay. I'll continue to earn here. Current standing, Fran, currently now in the top 50. So they did 592 surveys. Is this points? This is pretty interesting, because no, wait. My weekly points, this guy made 11,000, right? 33,000 for the month. So he made, what, $335 per month, or a month for Paul J. He made $110 in the week. That's not bad, $100 a week. I don't know how much time he took, but if it's essentially, and around this price, right, $100 a week, he would be making $100 a week. Yeah, he still might be taking like 10 hours of his time. Not saying that's bad or good, but it might be pretty effective overall, depending on, take a survey to improve your odds. Oh yeah, because the more you fill out the surveys, the more you get. So I do like how that works, and I feel like, I do feel like they're actually, branded services, paying you more up front to then kind of give you more survey opportunities. That I don't know if it's going to be as good compared to Survey Junkie. Who knows? That may be worth a video or something I might recall down the road, but to do as I get to it. But again, it seems like, based off of this activity, we're kind of hovering around, what is it, the two, I guess I don't think this is viable. I don't think it's sustainable, but I do think like the $2 or the $3 range is probably going to be, like the main, it's going to be the main going rate, more or less. So I just want to use this, I'm going to say company in general, but I want to at least note, we have a new structure here, but I'm actually going to write something else here. I was going to say survey baseline. So, like survey sites, I'm just going to update the survey sites, vary, but need a relative cost. Type surveys. Doesn't matter, just average for now. and then I can link to the survey baseline scouting here. And if you want to do it quickly, if you press Control K, it'll just show you your options. So I'm just going to go to surveys baseline. It's one of my favorite underutilized shortcuts that I don't see many people use. Estimated dollars per hour. This is what? Okay, see, now I'm getting tired. So I think I'm winding down, but estimated dollars per hour. I think we already did about 2 to 3, but let's just be very gracious here and just give it $2.50 an hour, because again, I don't think surveys are going to be that viable long term, but I do think that's going to probably be the estimated hour per rate. So again, comparatively to all the other activities of offers, it's not as fruitful, but it does have its place. Like if you're not playing a game, and if you just want to, honestly, just want to voice your opinion, to be honest, to get out of your own head, that's like it has its purpose. And I actually will write a note here, and it's like, you know, it has a purpose here for you to get paid for speaking your mind. So that is an X factor that I cannot ignore. Regardless if Swagbucks has surveys, and same with Inbox Dollars, I just do appreciate Survey Junkie and branded surveys. Do have a lot, like they do seem to have a lot to offer, especially the more you focus on the surveys. So yeah, I do think if I end up going down the route, because we're almost done with the scouting, so now once we go through M-Turk, we're going to be ready to just kind of culminate like a full game plan of all the planning, like literally be like, okay, here's what we're doing, and running, and all, like, it's all coming to fruition. So I don't even know how many hours we're in just overall of just tracking. I think I've lost count now. Well, that's why I write it. I'm clearly going mad, but where am I at? I am trying to find, you can see this is starting to become a little bit too, I don't say hairy for my own good, but I must be a little bit too tired. Alright, I'm becoming very ineffective now. So I could have swore I had a point, but branded surveys, it does seem like to be a pretty good option. It's just my log. That's where it's at. Day log. I know I was staring at it, but we essentially did half an hour in the previous video. I'm going to add another like 0.75. No, this number's going to be refined. It's just I'm finally like exhausted. So yeah, I can't even speak now. We have 6, and this is still to be determined. This day's not done yet, and I know we made a couple dollars yesterday, or we're gonna go through it. But I'm just gonna stick with $6 because again, this is just more passive money that I've just signed up for probably like at 7.20 or something like that right now. But as you can tell, I'm just a little bit behind. The scouting does take a lot of energy for you guys. You don't need to do this because it's all going to be more or less done. This is just for my own tracking and just for just to help my insomnia too. So I'm trying to put that focus to good use. So yeah, next video we're going to go over M-Turk and just show you guys just kind of what I'm seeing for M-Turk. Let me look here. And just to kind of give you up to speed of like what has been going on since the last or since the very first video. It's only been like a few days, but I've gotten like it's just, you know, they're all gonna start popping up, man, like the emails. So it's gotta slow down, and that's gonna be where I'm at to start curbing, and that's all gonna be part of the strategy. Like, I know we're behind in filling out the surveys and everything it's showing us, but we are close. I think, like I said, almost 7 hours in of just, I know it's strategy, but for you guys, I know it's only gonna be a fraction. And I hope that someone can beat me in the speed run too once I get the million, and then we can just keep going back and forth. But until then, let's just see if I can get there first. So we've done branded survey scouting, Survey Junkie scouting, inbox dollars scouting. We did scout swag bucks as well. And I'm going to quick pop in, just a little preview for you guys for the M-Turk. Let's see here. Oh no, I don't have my password. So I don't have my phone in front of me, or else I would be able to log into Amazon M-Turk. But Amazon M-Turk, just think of this whole spreadsheet, but it's just already done for you. So it's pretty much, it's gonna be pretty cool. At least how I see it. It's gonna be an interesting experience because we're going to be experiencing it for the first time. It's going to be a bit of a blend. So we're going to scout M-Turk. We're probably going to actually culminate kind of all of what we're making as well later in the day, or maybe when I get some sleep. And yeah, I know if you look at the date, or it's Sunday now, and when I wake up, it's going to be a nice relaxing day. So I'm going to keep going at this relaxing pace. This makes sense. So hopefully the hardest work is just going from the 0 to 1 is almost done, at least in this aspect. We have a strategy. I know it took us like 6.8 hours, but you know, I think we're gonna get there. So I promise, probably patch notes. I'll refine some of this stuff tomorrow. So hopefully the next video before I get to the M-Turk scouting, things will be a little bit more refined, because you can see how quickly things get hairy when we do more research. But I do think it's just always good to kind of go down a little bit of a rabbit hole and let our mind wander just a little bit, and maybe we can just unearth and discover something new, because I do think that helps keep our minds nimble. And I do think when it comes to us and kind of thinking about what we want to do in our lives, I do think having a central focus on maybe one thing, that's not to be the full focus, but just having a central focus in a baseline is probably will probably help us, especially when it's something for productivity that has probably, let's say, positive benefits for us, or at least maybe I'm just being hopeful, but maybe time will tell. I think I'm going to stop recording after the 45-minute at least time mark here. Or actually, yeah. So before I head out, I don't know, I just want to appreciate anyone listening. I know I've been rambling a little bit, but part of me always just doesn't mind just kind of just talking my thoughts out and just posting it. And if you guys want to follow along, then cool. I know I'm probably going to say that less and less the more focus I'm going to get, but I really want people to kind of understand where I'm coming from, because I don't want to keep going back and explaining myself when I've already did it in the past. And if you follow kind of my journey, and hopefully you guys can kind of see my thought process and kind of how I think, and not to say it's right or wrong. It's just me quantifying the progress made, and let that be determined, you know. At least this is kind of the whole concept that I've had. And this is honestly something that I've been wanting to do probably since I just wanted to have a computer when I was just money hungry. But now I don't know, I'm not trying to make, I don't know, this just seems so feasible. I don't know if that sounds crazy, but I want to keep trying. And again, thank you for hanging out and watching me, and hopefully we enjoy the ride together. So until next time, sorry we're a little bit over that 45-minute mark. So this is a rough speed run still. Not even a speed run, it's a blind challenge run, but why can't we double it down as a speed run? It's just not a very fast speed, but who's to say, right? Is speed based off of our time committed, or is it based off of the date and the dates that we day over day kind of focus on. Because this is, I don't know, I feel like I'm in a good spot, even though I'm just doing this right now. Um, we'll see. We'll see. But I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good. So, till next time, guys, peace and take care. No, I gotta hit stop. Oops. However, I do want us to talk about M-Turk. There have been some changes from the previous video, but let's just dive more into M-Turk, and in the next video we'll dive more into the specific changes from our patch notes. I'll do a quick run. I'm actually going to hit start right now, and we're going to actually start through M-Turk, so we're just continuing from our previous video. We're talking M-Turk today, but just these quick little updates. Select, of the $0 opportunity tab. Just kind of refine that. Baseline chart, you'll see, we'll be talking about that in a minute. Baselines, it's very effective, and I just don't want us to completely derive from where we want to go. Update scouting and strat views. Again, this one, I wanted to clean this up. It's kind of the same thing. Just kind of start putting out a strategy of this general site strategy, which is what we started out with in our scouting phase. And we are starting to evolve our order based on the scouting that we've done. And eventually, and probably soon, we are going to talk about the actual execution, which means everything that we've done at this point. All 6.8 hours and counting. This is all finally going to come to fruition. And if you are been following this journey, chances are you might be listening to me in the background, and you've probably run forward on your own and run with action. So your actual time to do this might actually be like, I want to say maybe 6 hours less, 5 to 6 hours less. But again, we'll get better and faster. Also, in the patch notes, I've updated. I get to show you here. I've already updated the effective dollars per hour. It's updated accordingly. I am looking forward to trying to qualify and quantify this, because I do think looking at a spreadsheet all day, while it's nice, I do think kind of showing our long-term progress and how we go and how things change over time is big. So we haven't finished the day yet. I only got about, I'd say a good 25 more minutes, almost a half an hour for me to record. And actually, I might actually be done soon, because I might have got my timing off. Admittedly, so I do have something to watch, and I am not going to miss my Rams game, because it starts at 3 and it's 2:53. So this might actually be a shorter video, but I don't think this is going to be a big issue. We're done with the patch notes, but now we're talking about M-Turk. And M-Turk is interesting because everything you see is very fluid, and by that I mean what you see is what you get. They have a requester, it's a team, and a title, and hits. And a hit just means, I think that's just the whole idea of, I think, the amount of people that, I forgot the name of it. The hit is, whatever, I can find that out. And then you get a reward and created. We can preview, and we can do everything here. It would be nice if I can hide the details or show details. Attempt to do market surveys and everything else. Now, I would love to see if I can actually get all this copied. So I'm going to highlight all this, and I'm going to paste it under this new tab for the M-Turk. And this is big because all I want to do is see if it pastes. And it doesn't. It did not paste the way I wanted it to. And I was hoping it would paste in the format that was in a table, because fixing that up would take less than a minute. Just copy, paste, moving things around. But that's fine. Even though we have a full screen shown, we're going to pull the old standard and do half and half. So just give me 1 second to pull this out. Half here and half there. So we still see everything in our order. So this actually makes it pretty fluid, because all we have to do is just kind of start typing in numbers. And let's just start from high to low. So let's just say we are making $50. And how long will this take? Let's see. Then we'll talk about estimated time. 7,200. So I'm going to stick with that. We have our time in minutes. We don't know that, but we also can pull out our other formulas from our opportunity, or from our offers tab. and piece this all together very quickly now that we don't have to rebuild everything. So dollars, estimated time, minutes, and look, it's whatever divided by 60. So let's just pull that up. I know I could have done that more intuitively, but I was hoping this would have paid out, or this would have been better. M-Turk and another should be over here, but this equals that divided by 60, 120. So estimated dollars per hour, minutes, and that's not 6. Okay, whatever. 50 divided by that, and this should actually be. That's not right. We have 7,200 minutes. 60 minutes. 120 hours? 60 hours? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I think you get 60 hours to get it done, right? Still, they generally would tell you how long this would take, like expected time for some of these. So let's just keep going down. We see $50 here. Record clean and noisy full band. Let's see. Record your clean speech by reading 2 text blocks and save these as separate clips. 2-second part if there are 30 clicks of you either. So wait, I mean, I get paid $50 just to. Oh, I have to be in California. So that's interesting. I could have made $50 to read 2 paragraphs. If that's the case, and reading 2 paragraphs, especially that I'm talking about right now, this could take like 15 minutes. And if that's the case, huh. So between 7,200 and 15, let's just stick with, let's just say it's going to take 2 hours. Let's do 600 minutes. No, 2 hours is 120. I'm in my second mode here. Maybe that's why. 120 minutes. So this might actually be pretty decent overall. And we can kind of just wander through here if we just wanted to open up all of the details and just for a little bit of our sanity. I think everything we have here, yeah, we just start tossing these numbers and we'll fill it out. We only got like 3 minutes left, but I think it's pretty straightforward. Like we have to request qualification, we have to just go through here. But even if we just wanted to do, let's just do something that we can do almost immediately. Let's fuck it. Let's just see. Let's go here and let's do this one is 33. I'm guessing this is how many people that have worked on it. $10 3 days ago. Study up to $45 total. First 2 sets of questionnaires, each takes about 1 hour to complete. So 1 hour for $10 again. So each set takes one. So it takes 2 hours. So essentially 120 or 10. And you know, we're making $5 an hour. Again, so if you're just doing this, and this might be nothing too crazy just for research or your opinion, this is just for the higher ones. If we're looking at ones when he says crisis appetite survey. So some of these are surveys. If we want to go back to the smaller rewards, some of these are just extract data from shopping receipts. So essentially, it's readable, extract that are not blacking out. We just say yes or no. We get about 60 minutes and it expires in 3 minutes. So this is actually something that should happen really fast. So let's actually try this one right now. I might have to blur some of this out because I don't know how the rules are, but we're more or less going to be timing this. I know we only have a minute or 2 left, but hey, if we have a minute or 2 left and we have that ability to use it, I should stop talking, but let's use it, you know. So 0.01. So this is the 3 minutes, and we're going to be doing that. All right, so we are going to start at the 54-minute mark. So we're going to hit. Oh wait, I'm not. Oh, it's not less than 2,000. So let's just do accept and work here. For testing landing page headlines, choose the headline which you would click first. All right, let's do this one instead. So it takes 1 second. You're still making 1. Yep. And let's assume 3. So even though we're making 20 cents an hour or whatever, let's just see how long it takes. So we're going to start at the 54:30 mark. I'm just going to hit this first, just in case it takes me to another page. You have additional steps before you complete. Oh, I got to complete my setup. So, whack. So let me just do this right now. Might as well get it over with, you know. We're already here. Six, three, six, yeah, okay. You know, the option to do bank. Okay, so I guess I got to sign up first. So that sucks. So I guess I can't do it today. But I will continue this next episode. I'll let you know how long it takes to sign up. I'm not going to record that on TV, but I'm assuming this is just going to be longer than I anticipate. But next video, we'll just quick run through some M-Turk stuff and then run through our full strategy, because now we have a better idea of how much and how long some of these will take. And that's where we want to be at now, is we get to start testing and start going a little bit more. So it's quite exciting. Until next time, though, you guys take it easy, and I'm going to enjoy some football, and tomorrow we'll get back at it. Until then, adios.